Good, happy Thursday morning, August 19, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Thursday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday morning, so let's get started right now. First up, SNHU working with U.S. senators to help bring students from Afghanistan to New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubs has your answer to better recovery.
Right now, Southern New Hampshire University says it's doing everything in its power to get a group of incoming Afghan students to the U.S.
We've handled everything that is within our control.
That includes getting visa applications and acceptance letters to 3 prospective students and working to move that process forward for 5 others.
Now it's up to our collaborations with the senators' offices, because the thing we can't control is whether they can get on a flight to the United States.
The school is in daily contact with the offices of New Hampshire's U.S. senators, but communication with students in Afghanistan is growing more difficult.
It's never been straightforward and easy to get in touch with our prospective students in Afghanistan, but we see the increasing difficulty in reaching them. Messages to us getting briefer because they are moving as quickly as they can to make progress in order to study in the United States.
There are also half a dozen SNHU students from Afghanistan already in the U.S. who have been enrolled for at least a year but have been remote during the pandemic. SNHU administrators say a care team is mobilizing resources to give them the support they need while they adjust to life on campus as the situation escalates in their home country.
When we talk with them, they're worried about family members. They're worried about making contact. In some cases, they're not able to reach people who are part of their family who are still in Afghanistan.
SNHU administrators say when they have been in touch with students in Afghanistan, their tone since the Taliban began gaining control has been one of fear, mixed with incredible optimism for the power of education.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Manchester family stuck in Afghanistan struggling to get back to airport. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubs has your answer.
These are some of the images we are receiving from a Manchester family trapped in Afghanistan. They show the potentially violent entryways to the Taliban checkpoint at the airport in Kabul. The woman we've been communicating with, whose identity we are withholding for her safety and the safety of her family, says they had to leave the Kabul airport after the situation there became increasingly dangerous. She tells us, quote, the Taliban are getting aggressive. Innocent Afghans are getting beaten either by Taliban or foreign troops inside the airport. When the family tried to get back to the airport the next day, the Taliban did not allow them to pass. She says a relative who tried to plead their case was beaten. She sent us this picture of his injuries and said they are now blocked from rescue, saying, quote, Talibs are every inch, corner, alley, everywhere, fully armed. She worries that it's not going to get any easier to approach the airport in the days ahead, saying, quote, there is no sense of order or direction. Everyone Afghan is fearing for their life, which is why the situation at the airport is getting worse. The office of Senator Jeanne Shaheen tells News 9 the State Department is aware of this family's situation and continues to work to bring them home. But right now, it isn't clear how or when that will be able to happen. When we asked the woman what people here in New Hampshire can do for her and her family, she said, quote, just pray that things get better. And from this family tonight, there is a lot of fear that things could take a turn for the worse, but they are not giving up hope of getting out. Adam Sexton, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Concerns from New Hampshire's Long-Term Care Providers Association over vaccine mandates, booster shots. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
I think what sets us apart is the fact that our technicians live and breathe only chimneys. It's not a part of our...
Yeah, Monica, New Hampshire's largest association of long-term providers is just one of the organizations raising concerns over the vaccine mandate announcement and the need for booster shots.
Every time you see a light at the end of the tunnel, it seems like the tunnel just gets a little bit longer.
The president and CEO of New Hampshire's Healthcare Association, representing long-term care providers, expressing concern over the Biden administration's new mandate. Nursing homes will have to require COVID-19 vaccinations for staff in order to continue receiving Medicare and Medicaid funding.
I think our concern is that it doesn't apply to other healthcare settings that also receive federal money.
Williams says nursing home workers could leave for other healthcare settings that don't require vaccination, adding to the current staffing shortage in the field.
I think everyone should get vaccinated. It's just the question of whether the Biden administration now will try to level the playing field so that caregivers who choose not to get vaccinated don't just flee to some other setting where they're not required to get vaccinated.
Also causing concern, the White House's COVID-19 response team saying the vaccine is keeping people out of the hospital, but a booster shot is now recommended due to waning immunity and the rise of the Delta variant.
A frail person who needs long-term care, even a mild sickness can be a fatal sickness.
And Williams says staffing is already an issue. Some facilities are turning people away who want long-term care because they cannot staff responsibly to serve their needs. In studio, Jessica Moran, WMUR News.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. High-speed pursuit on I-89 ends near Warner Hopkinton Town Line. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubbs has your answer to...
Well, a woman from Grantham under arrest tonight accused of leading police on a chase from Concord to Warner. State police say that around 2:30 this afternoon, a trooper tried to pull over Tracy Plodzik on I-89, but she took off, reaching speeds up to 90 miles per hour. They called off the chase near the Warner Hopkinton Town Line. Minutes later, they found the car in a ditch on the side of 103. Plodzik is facing multiple charges, including aggravated DWI.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations continue to rise in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Make the most of our short but sweet New England summers by playing hard and relaxing better. Mainly Tubbs has you...
10 minutes ago, DHHS released today's report on the coronavirus. There are 255 new cases, with current cases rising to more than 1,900. The most since early May. 77 people getting care in a hospital right now. No new deaths reported.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.